Hello. How are you? You want to know what pisses me off? Liberals police poor people. They have disposable income, a good job, also known as a trust fund. And often, they own their own homes. During the recession, I had quite a few friends that owned their own home. And they were always talking to me about how poor people shouldn't be having kids unless they have a house and they have a car and they got a job and they got this. And I'm like, okay, so you have to be 50 years old before you can have kids. Okay, cool. So why is it that liberals are in the exact position to be providing a life to a child? They got the house, they got the car, they got the money, they got it all, right? And they're like, oh no, children, oh no, not for me. But the poor people should do it. They just need to get all the things that I have and then do it. What? What? I would do it, I just don't want to. Did I just say that out loud? If I could hire someone to do the work for me and me take the credit for it, I would do it. Oh, did I just say that out loud? I mean, I'm not lazy or anything. I just don't like doing a lot of work for other people. You know? Like, that's the whole liberal attitude. They don't want to do it, even though they have everything they need to be able to do it according to their rules. But if you even dare try to have a kid without having all of that stuff, they're gonna fucking harass you. You know, I'm just glad I'm in a different part of the country. I love the West Coast. I really do. But people there, like in my hometown, for example, this is hard for me to talk about. I've talked about this with my customers, but I've never made a video about it. The school that I grew up going to is closed because my generation didn't have any children in time. They kind of expected us. They all say they don't want teen pregnancy. They want a little bit of teen pregnancy, you know? Someone's got to have a kid early, because there's always going to be at least one hot grandma in the high school reunion. You know, it happens. But what I don't really get is, is why. I think most people were raised with just enough. They didn't have all the extra, and they did just fine. So why would you possibly do that to someone else? I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Here you go. You can have coffee. You have this? No. Yeah, I don't get it. Because having kids is the most fun you can have every day, you know? It's just awesome. And the younger you are, when you have them, you know, the younger you'll be when they grow up. So if you wait to have kids, you're going to be aging. You know, so you have to know all of these things when you go into it. But yeah, liberals just seem to think that poor people should still have kids, but just be them and instead. I really don't understand it. I don't know why the birth rate isn't higher amongst you know, Gen X and millennials, because they're the ones that are, you know, doing life right. They should be the ones having kids and showing everyone else how to do it. I just think it's so lame to see liberals, have that attitude and try to influence other people. Because then when you see older people that don't have kids, you're like, oh, maybe they know something I don't. Like, no. You have the exact same knowledge and skills that they have. They just chose to, get themselves another tattoo and invest in more crap for their hair or car or whatever it is. Oh, excuse me. I just fully don't understand it. I think I've been thinking about that for months. Every time I see liberals, I just watch some clip of people on Dr. Phil being like, we don't want to have kids. I'm like, you look clean and happy and you look like you should be parents. Like, why aren't you? Oh, because you want to be different? Everyone always wants to be different. I don't get it. So, yeah. It just drives me to drink water. It's my new rule. If someone does something that pisses me off, I'm just gonna go chug some water. I'm like, oh. You thought. So yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot. I wish liberals would accept the challenge of becoming a parent without hiring a Mexican nanny to just do the hard work for them. You can do it. There's some stuff that is really hard. Those first 2 months after your kid is born, you're like, did somebody dose me? Am I on drugs? What's happening? But you're not. You're just exhausted. And poor people know this better than rich people. Being tired is it's a whole hallucinogenic experience. Just on its own. If you're fucking really tired, oh man, you're just like, whoa, fucking seeing things. I really, excuse me, I don't like that all that much. 8. So, yeah, that's what's on my mind. There's so many great things that come with babies. It's almost my daughter's birthday, and it's I don't know, it's just super fun planning what the theme of her party will be and the decorations for her party, and just it's just so fun. Why do you do that? Brooke does this thing to test if there's any milk. Well, she'll just squeeze. And if she gets a drop, she goes and gets it. That's all that's in there at any given time, because she's just... It's getting to the point where we're going to have to wean, because she just wants to breastfeed all day. And I'm just like, listen. No. No. You are not getting the memo, little bit. You're supposed to come and try to breastfeed once every 2 hours, not 2 minutes. You're funny. I need to go make some coffee straight away. Might have to try to drop my... Oh, you okay? You farted, you got so scared. You're cute. Why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? Oh. What? I love it. Up. You're welcome. Yes. Look at that baby. She's cute, girl. Really? What's that? Oh. Eyes.
No.
That's right.
No.
Good girl. Teeth.
Bubble.
A bubble. Lip. Mouth.
No. Apple.
Apple. I got you one. Okay, so to try to make a cogent point, yeah, that really bothers me about liberals. They create all these rules about something that doesn't really need rules. You don't need a house to have kids. It helps, especially as they get older. You don't need a ton of money. You need to be smart. If you're smart, it'll be fine. Because you're not going to stay in the same position the whole time, you know? You're just going to be in whatever position you are at first. And then you're going to have to rely on your cleverness to figure out a way for you to provide a good life for your children. Because at this point, you're already grown. You already had, you know, you already had a lot of your life experiences. Not all of them, obviously, but once you become a parent, that's how, I mean, for me, how I knew I was ready to become a parent is I was getting really bored with all of the, like, adult activities, you know? I've been to dinner tons of times. I've gone, you know, to thousands of concerts. I've hiked. You know, I've seen some of the most beautiful places in the world. Traveled on trains, cars, planes, by foot, by bike. Haven't really skateboarded much. That is something I would like to learn to do. But you know what I mean? Like, I've had a lot of really full experience. I don't have any milk. I've told you this. There's no milk in there. And it's when I started getting bored of that I realized, you know what, sounds good. I would love to take care of a baby. Because that's when all of your lessons come into play. All the different stuff that you think you're good at. Now it's time to show your baby, you know? And it's cool, you know? I don't know how I could be having more fun. Because I was bored just hanging out. You know, going to work. Chilling with friends. Hearing them talk about other stupid crap that they did. No thanks. But she can tell me what she does all day long. It's just different. When adults are like at that, I don't know how else to describe it. Like I don't know if you've ever made pottery, but like when a pot's done, you kind of have to like take it off or you'll ruin the whole thing. It'll just like start like flopping in on itself and get all weird looking. And that's what it's like with when kids become adults. Like once they hit their final stage, like, okay, this is what I am. And they're like, but no, I want to stay a kid. I don't want to be responsible. Then they just get all like, they become like the worst version of themselves. Oh, I've seen it happen more with guys, sometimes with women. But it's so much easier for guys to like not be part of the parenting experience, and being a parent really matures you. Makes you better at time management, you know. And you just have to be with your kids to like get better at that. Men and women, but particularly men. I spent a lot of time with my dad, and I feel like it shows. Oh, excuse me. You know, even when I go home to visit, my dad's always just sitting in the living room, waiting to talk. Sometimes he'll go off and you won't be able to find him. You know, a closed door means, you know, people don't want to talk. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm happy with all of the adult experiences that I've had. The cool thing about having kids is that you kind of get to go back in time and have more kid experiences. And then you can like hop back into being an adult once they're grown. And people are like, oh wow, you have kids? And they're like, oh yeah. I haven't just been playing with toys with my kid. It's a lot of hard work. That's right. Teaching you how to have a good time. Stay off of the window. Anyway, see you guys later.